changing the wrong thing. No. Yeah, no, this is... That setup that was really good for the... Why is it like... Did we need the inertialization? Lerping? Hello Kilo, how are you? Does not look correct. What are you getting up to today? No, it's 45. Yeah, it's not going to behave well because that's totally correct, but is it that lerp that's causing that? That's not good. there's definitely something, and I think it's because these max angles. It's like rotating like that. It's almost overdoing it, maybe 100 maybe. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Kilo. Have a good day at work, man. Oh, IK is going to be conquered today. Mark my words. IK shall be conquered today. Hey Anton, how are you? Some really weird rotation going on. Can't quite put my hand on what exactly is rotating. Okay, that's fine. Downhill, we knew downhill it sucked, but going uphill. That's better. Ignore downhill, we don't even bother about downhill. Uphill was pretty good actually. Oh, because that is really annoying. Well, I think once the rest of the team gets involved and we start, I think there needs to be. We can preempt, like we can do some traces to decide what is ahead of us. But yeah, there's this is having some issues with some clicking, which I mean really stems from mainly focused on the going up. It's having problems going up was. That's already, but and I've actually got this little setup here so I can actually switch, because the going down was good, so I'm actually able to now switch the IK I do based on which whether I'm going up or going down. It's just that the feet and going up is a bit of again though. I am on an absolutely crazy slope. That's what I need to. My audio is quite distorted today. Let me see. Is that any better by chance? What I'm finding is, you see there, that lift up to there you go, that's too slow. That where we go to the new position in our leg to the new position, but that leg position, when we move to the new position, it's too slow. You just need it to be quicker without it being jumpy. See that how he slides up? As he walks, he slides up. The foot slides up to the position. No, I'm trying to think if I get that from dropping. Yeah. Let's see if we get that back with maybe this lurb. This is a rotation. Mike's too close. Is that any better? Try. It's probably because my PC's not having it today. It's just too slow to that sink into the floor. That's a problem. That sink into the floor is what's causing the issues. Going down, it's actually quite good at the moment. I might split them up into two. It's better. I mean, it's better already. Although he needs bigger strides. No, going downhill, no, that's a problem. Now I see. I'll stick it further away from my mouth. It's a lot better though. I can't lie, guys. This is a lot better going uphill and downhill. Now we've kind of sort of separate the two from each other. This actually looks pretty good. Like going downhill, especially going downhill that's just mwah. That's mwah. I mean, I think we now need to just work on this going uphill. But I think this going uphill will look better with a lean. I want to get more of a knee lift. But I have limited quite drastically when we're going uphill. It looks better though. I ain't gonna lie. It looks so much better already. Just from splitting them up. I have limited quite drastically how much it can move. Like this. Like if we set a preferred angle of 90, for example. I'm hoping this makes for more. Yeah. So yeah, I want more of like a knee lift rather than But I'm wanting. Yeah, downhill, you're spot on. It's more like a. But I think it'd be difficult to do to really notice it without, because I think he's still because he's upright. Yeah, it's because he's upright. Now, if we were going uphill and he had a lean on him, it'd look better. But we should be able to still get this without. Yeah, he needs more knee. Just more knee. This didn't. If I make like a low angle instead, let's see how that works. Yeah, I agree. Knee should really be lifting more. Another thing I'm trying to really focus on is the feet too, but the feet are like sinking into the ground a bit too much. But that's because of the offset of the foot trace. So the foot itself is going to the point and then it's coming out. Because the ankle is the bit, if that makes sense. So like, yeah, basically, pretty much. Need more knee lift. Let's see. Let's play around with this. Play around with this up here. Okay, let's try and find a configuration that behaves how we want it to behave. Yeah, generally you just need more. There just needs to be more bend at the hip. That's literally what it is. It needs to just be more, and then like almost like elongation at the back. Like it needs to be. But I think that's something about the stride length as well. I think you need like bigger strides. Like you need to actually take bigger steps, because like the steps that he's taking are like walking strides, so there's smaller steps. I think he actually needs to be. Out of curiosity, let me. I want to see, how does it go uphill when it runs? Because I don't know if the strides are necessarily bigger. Let's see. Yeah, he just needs his walk to be quite pronounced strides, you know what I mean? So it looks a bit more realistic. Let's mess around. Let's mess around here. Let us see how. The problem is with a smaller stride length, when we're going uphill, you won't notice the knee lift because it'll be just like, it'll just be like it's like walking very casually uphill. But that's the thing though, because walking is really just a decrease in speed. So like, if I'm going uphill slowly, I'm gonna need to take bigger strides in order to get, because I can't crawl uphill, it'd be really hard to. Even if you're going faster, it's even like, it's more lungy. Whereas if you're walking, it's like, you're gonna take that big climb up, so you need bigger strides. When you're going downhill, you more smaller strides to control. Whereas uphill, you need bigger to try and get, and that's what's going to cause, because those increased strides means you're covering more distance uphill. So it's like, because the strides are small, the distance uphill it goes, so we trace then, it's taking a small stride, it's going to contact that point there. Yeah, something like the Stairmaster. So like, the quicker it goes, you're more like hoppy. Whereas if you go slow, you see people like, when they take bigger steps. So like, if you have that going uphill, you want that like, but because it is at the moment, the strides are quite small, well, smaller because they're walking, and because they're smaller, it means that the animation itself, then the point at which we trace to is nearer. So when it lifts it up, it bends it a little bit, whereas if the stride was further, it'd bend it so much more. Do you see what I mean? So rather than having little stride, little bend, because saying the slope is like this, little stride, so we take a stride here, bends it a little bit, so now it's flat. If it took a stride to this point here, it'd bend it all that much, so now it's like that. And that's what we want to have. Yeah, no, I'm processing it as well. So like, I process by explaining a lot of time. So I'm in my head, I'm like trying to explain it to convince myself that what I'm saying is correct. That makes sense. You just want to operate on the balls of your feet, really. I'm thinking, walking downhill, you're on your heels. Walking uphill, you're on your balls of your feet. Let's make two different control rigs and do two different traces based on whether or not you're going uphill or downhill. Ah, yeah. I just remembered. You're typing in the minute. Yeah, so I didn't say it. Sorry. Yeah, let's split this up. I'm gonna split this up into two separate control rigs because, but for now, I'm just gonna have a branch basically to decide whether or not we're gonna use the ball of our feet or the thingy of the foot. Because I want to do this trace from the ball of your foot if we're going uphill. Now, you know what, let's do it properly. Let's just reload the thing. Because I mean, we could definitely have a single control rig that bounces between the two, but I feel like this will just become super complicated. You know what I mean? Do you mean I don't think it, because although it is walking, I feel like having this singular control rig, like, because now we can look, because if we keep it like this, we can now manipulate going downhill quicker, going downhill, blah blah blah, in this one control rig, whereas going uphill and downhill are two totally different walking styles, which will, like, you know what I mean, and you want to do it differently. So I don't know, I think it might be worthwhile splitting them up to separate, because we're going to control them different. Yeah, they are totally different gates. Yeah, because I mean, I could definitely just split it up in here and have one control rig, but I don't know if architecturally that's right. You see, that seems, this would become very messy. Like because this would then basically everything would double, because we're going to do it differently. Yeah, that's what I mean. But I think what I want to do is, like, when we're going uphill, accentuate it a lot. Because like when it's like a slight uphill, it actually looks really good. It looks really calm. It looks great. But we're trying to. But I'm really look. I'll show you actually. We'll leave it as it is, and we'll go. How's it on this current uphill, which is still pretty steep. Like this is a steep one, which is, and it's a bit. But if we were to drop this significantly, so it's like a real slight uphill. So like it's like, yeah, the walk is pretty fine. And now what we can also do, which is, this is why I'm gonna split it up, is that we can now take in, okay, how steep are we going up, to determine factors like, okay, if we're going uphill really steep, we want to behave differently. If we're going uphill sort of steep, behave differently. So, but I think if we put them all in the same thing, it wouldn't look good. So, and then we'll do. Yeah, this is the thing again. Let's try and error. I think what looks best. Let's make these two things. Honestly, that would be, or like, I think even crawling up it, like honestly, I think if you're climbing up something super steep, the guy should have, like, we should mocap some kind of, like, do you mean like scramble? That's what I think. I think that'd look really cool, and that, because like one thing Skate does well, we were talking about yesterday, is like you can actually really, it's distinct how the difference is when they're going up and downhill, because they use a change of pace. Like when you're going uphill, you move faster than when you're going on flat ground, whereas it should really be the opposite. Like, should move, if you're like still walking, but they just take quicker strides, so their character looks like it's doing this. And downhill is like, their downhill is really good, to be fair. So it makes it, but so by changing the speed, it makes it really distinct, and it makes it really obvious. Like, so we have a lot of parametric function for those. Basically everything is a comment section now. Comment is a comment section. In there we'll use controlling functions that we can use in other. Oh, I see, yeah. I see. So we'll have like a singular control rig thing, but we can have like loads of oh, I see. So you can pass in like, oh, what feet are you concerned about? Like, what blah 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 are you focused on? I see what you mean, actually. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That's probably the best idea, to be honest. It's probably the best way to do it. Yeah, let's do that. I think the thing with that though is that I think we should still split up the control rigs to be separate, because I think we'll have a lot of parameters, and then this will have a lot of like switching between different, like it'd still have the same amount of like content, but like for uphill, downhill, those parameters I think would be really viable. Because like downhill, honestly, this is just, it's absolutely spot on this. See you later, Cole. The game's locked down. Ah, damn, yeah. It's crazy because lockdown's just gone on for so long now. You know, it's crazy how long it's been going on for. Yeah, honestly, it's mad. It's been going on for ages. So what did you learn in your design course? Like, what kind of things were you get up to? I see. I literally have pretty much no experience my modeling. Yeah, it's all about the simple stuff, really. That's the key. Simple stuff's what makes it. The games don't have to be crazy complex to be successful, or if it to be good, even. You know, they don't have to be the most complex thing. I'm actually gonna. Is that any better? I don't know. See, I don't know which one we're talking about. I guess the delay stuff. Is this better? This is absolutely crazy. I'm trying to figure this out. I'll let you guys see my screen. I mean, now that there's not even any voice. Oh, there's the voice. Okay, so the voice is there now. There's the voice. We got there in the now. Now the question is getting the audio back, because the desktop audio is just a nightmare. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, now let's see if we. You know, I'm not even gonna risk it. Screw it. Screw the music. We'll just talk to each other. We'll just talk to each other instead. You know what I mean? I'll sort out another day. Sort out later. So what am I doing here? Um. Okay. Now we get back to it. Okay, yeah, like that stuff is is crowded. What am I doing here? We'll call this um IK state. Um slope state. What should we call it when we go uphill, downhill? You know what I mean? What should we say? Slope state? Yeah, let's say slope state, you know. New, new, flat, flat ground. Let's say flat, uphill, downhill. Lovely, easy peasy. So now you can blend poses a slope state. Oh no, 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 hold on. Okay. So now this lean direction don't even matter. So here we can use Josh going uphill. Josh going downhill. There we go. And if he's going flat, for now we'll just use downhill. This. Oh, you need another one, are you for real? Here you go. So uphill or downhill. If he's going flat, we'll use downhill as well. And then just pushing the pros. Are you for real? This doesn't seem bad. Do you recommend any family-friendly games for PS4, Xbox One, Wii U? Family-friendly games. Short games are always fun. It's the games that have like loads of mini. Whoa. The games that have like loads of mini games. Those are always good fun. So I know like Mario Party, all those ones are really fun. Um, I'm not really one that has done a lot of, I don't know, family-friendly games. I'd say Spider-Man's always a good one for me. I don't know. That's family-friendly to be honest. Probably not. I don't know. Family friendly. I really don't know. You know, this should hopefully work. Going downhill should. Oh, it's because it's running. So, yeah, it sucks going uphill. I don't really care about that. And then downhill is just beautiful. That's just so good. Yeah, ignore uphill. Ignore uphill. like sort of like party games, like Mario Party, all those kind of games. Those would be the really good ones. Um, yeah, that works. It's a good way to split up the control rigs, I guess. And then we can do these blends however we want. Yeah, I could do blend times into this, like through that or through there. Yeah, whatever. Um, yeah. And we use the cache pose to be like, yep. Okay. Um, let us go back into this. Now downhill, I'm pretty happy with. I don't really need to touch that. I don't think. I'm actually pretty happy with it. Um, yeah, they really are. That's one thing I need to do with the feet going up because there's like it gets to the position and glides up to it, whereas I need it to be like. And the problem is because the legs go like this, whereas they need to be like. And again, it's the walking problem. Um, so yeah. Um,
Yeah, going downhill is absolutely no problem, to be honest. I don't think we're not really concerned about the balls of the feet. I don't think. Let's see. Let's get rid of this. That's pretty spot on to be honest. I can't lie to you. That's pretty. If I say so myself, I can't lie. I try and say nothing, but pretty easy way. Yeah, going uphill sinks like so annoying. Downhill. Um, what crap don't we need? We don't need any of this crap here. We don't need the ball controls. Might need head and spine controls though, because we're gonna do some beautiful lean. Just the thing is, I've not even done the lean yet. I'm like, IK will be defeated today. It just won't because I need to do lean still, which is gonna be the real night. No, they don't. I think I want to have an actual animation with climbing upstairs. Like, I think it's a pretty big part. So, and I think if you're going up a hill, a steep hill quickly, I think you should scramble up it. Hey Pegasus, man, how are you? What you up to? Cool. Yeah, we don't really. I'll come back to that lean later. I'm just trying to think. Foot offset. This works like a charm, to be honest. So this one was never really the problem. Like going downhill, if you guys see, we figured it out. That's nice. It's for this game, it's ignore him going uphill. Don't even look at him. He's terrible. Now going downhill, however, you zoom out so you probably see that. Just crying inside, really. That that's spot on. Now, now let's go to the one that's not so. Let's see this bad boy over here. Yeah, that's what I mean. You go up and downstairs so much. I feel like in parkour. So like staircases, I almost think like IK is inverse kinematics. It's basically like moving joints to reach positions. So I explained it yesterday. FK with FK, you basically I just say I say IK basically you calculate where you want the target position for your bone, for your joint or bone. And we're gonna move that bone to that point exactly. And then what we're doing here is basically calculating in this bit here. We basically give a load of settings to the bone, so how stiff it is, what rotational settings, so that it determine how it moves to it. So it's like that. So rather than saying rotate this 20 degrees, push it forward 10 degrees, rotate it 10 degrees, we're gonna say the point here, go to it, and it's gonna go like that. But if we say, oh, this bit is really stiff, well, it's gonna go like that. You read? So just kind of, yeah, it's that. Get a target location that you want to move your bone to, do IK or move it to that. Basically. Going uphill, absolute nightmare. Fiendish thing. I hope I explained that well. If you don't, there's a video I did on YouTube that kind of goes through it a bit more. I'm thinking of doing like some like a short. Let me know what you think. Like a short, like whenever we do something, a new concept, just do like a really short video just explaining what it is. It's like a 2-minute video, just like a short one. It's like, what is IK? Or like, what is ragdoll? Or what is blah 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 when it comes to cave building? Just to give people a bit more of an understanding, so that when we come to the streams, everyone kind of knows, so we can get your input too. Okay, so now, first things first, we need to debug like crap. I think I want to try. I don't know how well this is going to work. I want to try using the ball of the foot as the means for rotation. The only thing is that when we rotate this, we can't propagate to children. So when I rotate the ball of the foot, the foot itself will rotate. So what we need to do is when we rotate the aim of the ball of the foot, we need to apply the aim to the foot itself. So, but I think I want to do the IK on just, yeah, I want to do IK on just the foot. Just think that when you're going uphill, so already this is okay. That's not necessarily correct, but that's because we got some settings. Like when we're going uphill, now what I want here is instead of having this bend in the like this, ooh, yeah, instead of having this bend like that. Wait, let's compile this and go back to the beginning again. So now when I move it, what the? It's now when I move it, instead of having this bend, so say we want to step up something right here. Instead of having this bend here, I want a bigger bend in the knee. So rather than having a foot bend, I want the knee to lift up higher. So I think what we're going to need to do is basically have some serious limitations in this. So this calf cannot rotate more than 50 degrees. If I move this here. So you see here, the calf can't rotate more than 50. So it can't go, the calf itself can't pull back any further, which is the knee. That can't pull back any further than that. Now, that's not necessarily what I want because I want a decent knee lift. I actually want to have pretty, you know, like a fair amount of knee lift actually. 100 is probably, at that point, I want it to start. Like, I guess if I'm going here, there we see how this is bending. I don't want that. I want, see, I don't want the foot to rotate like that. I want the, yeah, I hate this. I hate that the foot does that. You know, I want the foot to be stricter. So we need to have some foot settings for the feet. I think that's what I think. Also, the pelvis has no, needs to be stiff because I want the legs to do the movement. So if it's here, we're going out and we're going to lift up here. See, the foot is turning like crazy, which is wrong. And that's why when we're climbing up the hill, the foot goes into the ground. What I want is at this point here, we need to add some settings for the feet. Yeah. So what we'll do is we say, okay, the foot can't rotate a certain amount. So let's add it here. So let's say, so bone 3, I'm going to say foot left. You're locked. You can't rotate left. You can't rotate right. Now on the Z, you're limited. You can only rotate -50 and +50. Compile that. Now, if we move this, that's still, and oh, that's, I did it on the left foot and not the right foot. That's fine. We'll do it with the right foot too. So yeah, so now if actually, so yeah, if I take it, if I should, so I can see, so it's here. So you see how the foot is rotated super weirdly. It's just weird as hell. Now, if I add foot right into this, okay, and I say, you can't rotate on that axis, you're locked there. You can't rotate on that axis either, you're locked there. So you can only rotate on the Z. Now, we say, you are limited. See there, if I limit it 0, it's not going to move. It will stay with the exact same rotation. So if I say, however, you can rotate a bit, but you're limited to a rotation of 50, -50, and 50. So you can rotate -50 that way. Max, that's the max you can rotate is -50 that way from the IK. So if you see here, you can rotate to that point there. So now if I move up and down, and the problem we're having here is because this bit here is separate from, it's so annoying. There's no bone there. Like there's no actual bone. Now it's so frustrating because this rotation we need to propagate to children because there's no bone here. Like I'm pretty sure there's no bone there. Let me check actually. I think it might always a pinky toe. Yeah, the bones are super, they're not like at the tip. Actually, no, maybe if we propagate to children on the ball of the foot. This doesn't propagate to children at the moment. Because we haven't set the rotation of it. But when we set the rotation of it, to align to the surface, this bit will flick back up properly. But now if you see, so just ignore this front bit, but if you see the foot there, can't go past that certain point. So when it's really steep, what it does instead of rotating the foot, it now lifts the knee. That's what we want to have. So here, we'll do it again. And to be honest, going downhill too is something that we can. I mean, this is really, we should have added foot settings for the downhill as well. That's something we should have added. But the difference is this: the ball of the foot is going to drive the IK. Whereas before we were setting the location and rotation of the foot completely separately. And because we were doing that, it meant that that was literally just as is. It was like we're setting the foot and the rotation and the position of the foot was set totally separate from the IK. So then when we did IK, it would just like move up and down. So although could we have added bone settings to that to make it work? No, it wouldn't have worked because we're limiting these here. This because we're going downhill, we want more of a stretch, so yeah, I just put 50 as like a random angle. even 45 is too much. I think, like, who really can bend their foot 45 degrees? I can't bend my foot 45 degrees. What's that angle? Like, there's no way you'd be able to stand on a 45-degree slope. Like, I'm trying to, like, 45-degree, your foot, who can get their foot, like, let's try and, let me figure out something. Okay, so if my foot's flat on the ground, if I lift it, at most, that's 20 degrees, really. And I'm quite flexible ankle, like 20, 30 degrees. Yeah, nah, let's not be ridiculous. Let's go minus. Yeah, yeah, no, let's go. That's way too much. Minus 30 and 30. And this was what was causing us. So you see, so much what you've seen. See, now, if you want to get to that point, even 30 is too much for that rotation of it. Which, Pegasus, you got to know these things. You know what I mean? It's you're trying to make it as real as possible. I'm changing the wrong foot. So if we go minus 30 and 30, you see now, the higher you want to have to go, the more you have to lift your knee. So if you want to go up here, you need to lift your knee loads. So yeah, that's so much. That's really good actually. That's actually a lot better. So if we're going to take a step here, you almost have which is correct. You're pretty much so much more lifting your knee and less bending your foot. So let's go minus 30 and 30. And then for this, yeah, I mean, we can use preferred angles, which help the solver basically, like how more it should bend. And if we say a preferred angle of 45 on the Z, 45 might even be too much to be honest. So that's just correct. That's well done. So then if you're going up now at any point, here we got good bend. Now if you're here, so now if we're climbing uphill, I think we're climbing uphill, so it's a big steep one. Now you're gonna get that feeling of, oh yeah, he's really, bending his leg. Much better, much better. And it's all good, and it's good because it's rotated based on the ball of the foot. Because now with the ball of the foot being the one what's rotated, we can control the. But I'm a little bit curious actually as to, because my understanding of this has gotten a lot better from yesterday. I'm slightly curious as to how it behaves if we add the feet as effector bones. Because I think if we add the feet, I'm just curious. Is like if I have the feet there. Actually, let me use this to debug it. This one I can use feet. Okay, so if we do this, and then we have the same these same feet settings. Oh, Yeah, it looks 100 times better. Lock that, limited between. So just go here. Now, if we lock this as well, limit this between, again, minus 30, and we want to use preferred angles again, and we'll say 45 degrees, so that's like, yeah, you know, if you're lifting it up, because let's be honest, if we're lifting our leg up anywhere, we're going to bend our leg to 45 degrees quite quickly. Like, that's quite a natural thing. Like, if we're just standing, we're going to lift our leg. One of our first instincts is to just bend our leg to 45, our knee. So let's just say that's a preferred angle. So that's a preferred movement we'll do. If we want to lift it quite high. Now let's see. So now if we go here, do you see the issue I have? Now the foot itself, and this is the problem we're having. We're lifting up, and this is why we can't use the foot as the IK driver, because it's not calculated in the joint bend of the foot itself. Because as we're going up here, we don't want like no, that's not right. That's incorrect. And it's like here we don't want to be at that. That's too much of a bend. You see, and even though we have those rotational settings, but it's because the foot isn't rotating at all. It's not rotating once. So when we are driven by the foot, whereas when we're going up and downhill, it makes sense to use the foot because we're on our heels. And we just want way more flexibility, like in terms of going downhill. So that's why. And then when it comes to rotational cars, we need more the ability to extend and not go behind itself. So the downhill, yeah, we can ignore this. Now uphill, this looks a trillion times better now. You see me? So now if we're climbing uphill, we're gonna step. So if I grab this thing, I can literally. Oh no! What did I do? What did I do here? Edit, redo set pin value. Okay, yeah. So if I compile this real quick, one sec. So now if I grab this here. So sorry, I'll grab these two. So now if I wanna see, oh god, let me just move it up and down. Step up, you're gonna step up like that. So this is, you gotta think we're climbing uphill now. So now if I want to climb uphill, I'm gonna do my steps like this. If it's near, I want to go uphill, more of a kind of like this. Bear in mind, we'd rotate the bottom, the top bit. Ignore that because we're going to propagate the rotation to children. So if I want to step downhill, so step as I'm stepping through, you see how it looks nice and smooth there. I want to step. There we go. As it goes, it starts to pull and this is what's realistic as well. It pulls the foot up. So we go for so if it's a small stride uphill, it pulls just the knee up, and then it pulls the foot up a bit. So it bends the foot up. So now, however, we reach a certain point where it's like, well, there can't be this rotation between this point and here. Can't be more than a certain point. So we can't flick the foot up anymore to reach the point. So now we lift the knee instead. And that's why the knee gets higher. So if we're climbing something like this, we have a nice high knee lift, which is so much better. Yeah, these are just some random. They do look like sketches. You guys are violating it. This is interesting. It seems like there's some limits in terms. So if it's like here, there is a limit. And that's because of how or where the thing can be. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Um. Oh, and that's because of see, it does have limits because of the rotation. So again, because that can't go beyond 30, 50, whatever, we do limit it. So it has to go. It just goes out, so it stays away from the thing. So yeah, let's do this. This setting looks pretty spot on, to be honest. Um. So I'm actually gonna take this and copy it. I'm gonna use it for this uphill IK trace, blah blah blah. Okay, so let's drag it over here. Drag that to that. Now we're not going to use the IK foot. We're going to use the IK for right and IK left. So right, left. Just control. That's purely a stabilizer. Right. Let's just swap these two around real quick. Okay, so now let's compile that. That's fine, not much gonna change. Now we need to really dig into we need to dig into these to get them working on the ball of the foot rather than the thing itself. I'm just gonna pop to the toilet real quick. Uh, give me 2 seconds, I'll be right. Yeah, we're back. I'm out of breath, bro. Run up them stairs. Whew, I need a second. Catch my breath, bro. Whew. Anyway. Am I breathing so? Alright, cool. Let's go. So, where were we? IK is a mess to set up. To set up. Yo, my brain is scrambled from that staircase. Alright, let's see. Okay, so what we got to set up? Let's do it. I'm still going to set up the IK foot because I think we're going to have to rotate them. Okay. Save them. Now, let us tracing. We're going to trace IK for left. Yeah, so that trace is good. Now, pelvis control. Yes, that also is the same. Yeah, can't ignore that for now. Right, gonna offset that point. This follows the rotation stuff too. So if the rotation of the foot is off, it's because we're gonna have to do some magic in there. Then yeah, we set the pelvis, we set the head, we set the spine. Then we apply the IK. So ball left goes to ball left, ball right goes to ball right. Care about you. Compile that. Okay. All right. No weird, strange behavior going on. I anticipate some weird, strange behavior will occur. But for now, let's just check it out and see what's cracking. Let me just make sure there's no weird, like, yeah, let's get rid of this. What's going on in there? Okay, let's check it out. You got zoom me and a half past. Sad times. Okay. This is promising, very promising. Some promising stuff. This is what we like to see, just the feet not moving at all. The question is, why is that? That's not, why is that happening? What? is it doing that? Why are you being like this today? Why is it decided? Why have you decided to be like this today? Hmm? Who told you to be like this? Don't be this to me. Come on. Don't be like this. Sad. So if this works. Okay, so it wasn't even anything. Oh. What? Am I tripping? I must be bugging, right? I must be bugging right now. Why is nothing working? What's happening now is everything's broken, apparently. For reasons unbeknownst to me. Um, I've literally changed everything back, and it's not working. Somebody help me. I might be going crazy. Get the control buttons. Trace the left foot. Trace the right foot. It's almost like the interpolator isn't doing anything. No, I'm going crazy. What? I don't even know what's happening. Do you know what it might be? I should know. I don't know. So you know what it might be, guys. This is gonna work. It's so you see right now how it's not working. I think it's a bug in Unreal. Now I'm gonna restart this. Let me save everything first. Control Shift S. Okay. And if it works, it might work now because it does. This is like the fifth time this has happened to me. You're like doing something, it's working. You reload Unreal and it works, and you're like, "Am I crazy?" Nah. We'll find out now. I'm starving eating all day. Graph C. Thank you for following. Mm, mm, mm. I think it is something to do with storage space, yeah. So I did get a low memory thing going on before. Let's see, what is my storage space like? It's low, but it's not enough for it to be like no. You know what I mean? Is that so low though? What is going on right now? What is going on? I actually do not know. Let's try a different level. Awesome, Luke. Cheers for jumping in. It's good fun. I'll see you in an hour or so, man. Enjoy meeting you. Somebody explain this to me. Ah, if I speak, big trouble. Oh, it's still doing this stupid leg thing. Right, you know what? Okay, let's okay, let's just. Okay, if we change this to the downhill one, it's gonna work, right? I swear to God, this worked 20 minutes ago. Nah, please, someone in this thing who's been here, tell me, am I going crazy? I must be going crazy. Am I going insane? What? Nothing changed. I literally went to the toilet, came back, and it didn't work. What? No, I must be going insane. Downhill. Let's go back to uphill. Uphill. If I disconnect everything, it shouldn't even. My God. Oh, it doesn't have an enum value. Oh. Ah. Where did that disappear to? I swear I had an enum value for it. No, I never did I? Did I even ever set an enum value? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Hold on, let's. I thought I set an enum value. Am I going crazy? Maybe I'm going crazy. I don't know. I'm losing my mind at this point. I'm gonna watch back in the stream and see what went wrong. Okay, let's okay, so So save that. Then here. I feel like this could probably be what's wrong. And now we actually have. Now I'm going crazy. What? I'm going crazy. Am I mad? Have I got? Oh no, okay, this is connected to nothing. No, no, no. Have I gone crazy? Like, what? Okay, okay. Let's even take it all right back. You just take it right back. Control C. No, let's do down. Control C. No, no, no. Control C. We're just not even gonna do the match pose. We're just gonna go straight from there into that, from that out into there. Okay. And this one is downhill, which we know worked. You know what I mean? Because we've tested it. Now, if we play, this should work. I'm losing. That doesn't make any sense. Yo, what? Hey, Noma. Oh, I'm so annoyed because we were there. We were finally there. We finally had made sense of everything. Why is that connected to? Sick. Okay, okay. Now we can talk, people. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now let's get rid of this. Link this back up to that. Link this back up to this. This should work. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Like, it's just. So uphill works. No, no, bro, uphill works now. I swear to God, 2 seconds ago it didn't work. Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna. If you don't laugh about it, you'll cry. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not. Now I got to change all of this back. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Can't even try and argue with it. Unreal just gonna do what it wants to do. You're just gonna have to. You're just along for the ride, really. I'm just glad that everyone else saw that too. So it's not just me being crazy. Oh, I got some weird, like, kind of mysticky shadow thing going on. Let me shut the window. Ugh. chilly, you know. I'm a little bit cold. I'm a little bit cold. I'm like, damn. Okay. Hey, there we go. Now, I'm not expecting this to work at all. I'm just being honest with you. This, I do not think is going to work. I think we're going to have, well, I think we'll do something, but I think there's going to be some weird behavior with the. That looks okay. Oh, yo, that's not bad. There's so much more knee lift. Nah, there's so much more knee lift. If you guys were here yesterday, you'll see the knee goes so much higher. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I'm actually I'm give me that. That actually looks really good. That's spot on. Oh, you lift the knee up so much more. Okay, obviously he's on his tiptoes a bit much. But yeah. I think it's the rotation of the top of the. Oh no. We actually have ragdoll now though, so we can, if you watch, you can actually get back up. Smooth as butter, wasn't it? I'm gonna lie, that's smooth as hell. Tiptoes. Tiptoe. That's smooth. Look at that turn. That turn onto the tiptoe. That's nice. That's really nice. Although yeah, downhill looks great. That's spot on. Now we just the knee drive is so much but like 1 trillion times better when we use the ball of the foot. Because now do you see it's forcing the knee up more because the foot isn't the only thing being lifted. Because now the knee is getting forced more. And we're actually like pressing, like we're walking how we'd normally walk. It just looks funky because the top of the ball of the foot, there's that weird disconnect. Like as we lift it, it flicks up. Like, what is it doing? What are you doing? We just need it to do it as it's. We might need some. Okay, if we like, maybe I go like I'm already happy with it. I think the in terms of the knee moving up and down looks 1 trillion times better. 1 trillion times better. I'm thinking maybe if we insert this result here, let's do it really slow, so it's going to be very obvious the rotation of the foot. But I just want to see the kind of behavior it's exhibiting. That's better. Hold up. Let's make this even slower. One. Whoa, why? Why is it rotating? It's such a. It rotates so weird. Like what? Look at it rotate. Okay, and if we just say we need to put some limits on the rotation to this goddamn What this stupid thing, man. It's actually awful. Let's just do a switcheroonie. Let's go back to this IK, blah blah blah, so we can debug. So now, can we have some rotational limits, basically? What kind of rotational limits can we have? That's the question. Because we basically we rotate the thing to match the surface plane. Like we're in the aim, we basically aim the foot to match the thing. To match the normal of the surface, so we rotate the ball of the foot. Whereas, because it's working in our favor, not rotating the foot to match it. If that makes sense, it's like that's working in our favor. But what if we rotate the foot? Yeah, actually, if you look, if you go to store.com/video game, any of you can put a link in the chat. You can actually become a backer, and when this next version, I'm gonna release it. You guys play, release it, play it. Now, guys, I'm thinking, what if we get rid of this rotation? How's it gonna look? I think it's gonna suck because it's always gonna be like this. But I'm curious as to how it's going. Yeah, it looks awful. Okay, so we really we got aim it. We got aim it. Oh yeah, it's because of so I lost my head for a second. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? It's because it's connected to that. Did you guys watch the Star Awards yesterday? Okay, so we really we do need to match this rotation. So we do need to rotate it. However, the rotation just seems to be a bit much. So it's almost like over rotated. You know what I mean? Like as we do it, it's. I say that no, it's actually yeah. So okay. So this is what I'm finding is like when we rotate, that technically is rotated correctly, but it looks weird because it's almost like rotating it correctly is like the toes point too much, and I think that's a shoe problem. And that's because here you see how these point up. So this is going like this. These already point up. So when we rotate it slightly, that looks even more unrealistic. So it looks more. However, if this shoe was like flat like this, it'd be better. Or the ball of the foot itself was already at the top. So that's probably why. So we might just need to minimize this rotation a bit. Oh, wait for you. Okay, I'm gonna quickly check my stuff in, check everything in, because we're actually at an okay stage. Let's just save everything and check all this crap in. Because we're actually okay right now. It's I never know which one to choose in this point. Is it 0, 0, 0? I think it's that one. Okay, let's run up again. I'm gonna go grab some food in a minute. Because see you later, Ashley, man. Cheers for joining. Stopping by, man. I'm gonna grab some food myself in a minute. Do you guys like my phone case? Akatsuki. Akatsuki. This world shall know pain. That is one of the sickest moments of any anime of all time. You know, I'm just gonna watch it because why not? Are you guys a subbed or dubbed people? I'm just presuming you guys watch anime because if you don't, then you guys need to sort yourselves out. But are we subbed or dubbed? I'm a dub. I can't lie. I watch it dubbed, but I also watch it subbed. It just depends. If the dub is good, I'll watch it. Ideally, I like for a good dub, just because I understand them better. But sometimes you get a really bad dub, and then I'll just watch it and sub. So I'm not looking at Pain, Shinra, Tensei. Dub. Oh, let's even do the sub versus dub. No, let's bring it up here. See, I'm a dub person too. All right, so let's decide which is better now. So this scene goes so hard.
痛みを受け取れ。痛みを知れ。痛みを知らぬ者に本当の平和はわからん。俺はヤヒコの痛みを忘れない。ここより世界に痛みを。神羅転生。
I'm gonna be honest with you, the dub is better. There's no you can't even like compare it. The dub is better. The dub I love the subs. Subs. Did you guys even hear that? I don't even know if you guys can hear that. Hold on. Are you guys able to actually hear that? Let me know if you can hear it. I don't know if you can. Let me check on my phone. There's something weird going on with my audio. Because I think my mics and audio is picking up both. It shouldn't. That's what's weird. Because like in here, my mic picks up me.
Feel pain.
Also picks up my desktop audio, which is wrong. Like the two that shouldn't pick up my desktop audio. You know what I mean? It should only pick up my. Let's see if I can add an audio capture. So we can get this nice there. I want a nice source device. So we'll mute that. So now, see my audio input capture picks me up.
Accept pain and no pain.
Also picks that up. I don't know at this point, so I'm just gonna go back to what we had before. I'll just be quiet while we talk, while we watch it. All right, let's go. Let's do that.
Feel pain, accept pain, and know pain. Those who do not know pain will never understand true peace. I will never forget the pain that Yahiko suffered. And now, this world shall know pain. Almighty push!
It's not even a competition. I can't even lie. Dub absolutely dominates that scene. Absolutely dominates that scene. Like honestly, for real. Same with do you guys watch Jujutsu Kaisen?
君じゃ俺に勝てないよ。さっさと変わんなよ。無意転変。
俺の魂に触れるか。共に腹の底から小僧を笑った仲だ。一度は許す。二度はない。部をわきまえろ。試練者が。
君じゃ俺に勝てない。
I don't know actually. I don't know you actually. Oh, your sub might be better.
Idle transfiguration.
You dare to actually touch my soul? Since both of us hardly ridiculed that brat before, I'll allow it this once. There won't be a second time. Don't forget your place. You foolish puppet.
That's the thing I hate. No, Sub wins that hands down. Sub wins that hands down. But it's because he says foolish puppet. Like like what? What kind of nonsense is that? Foolish puppet. No, that absolutely sucks. It's ruined it in. Let me see. Yeah, it's that foolish puppet crap. Just looks. It's just terrible. It just ruins it. All right, I want to go get food in a minute. Before I do, let us try and sort this out. So uphill again. Okay, yeah. We'll finish this and then we'll just put in all the scenes you want and we'll just compare the dub versus sub. I know as well why my mic is bugging. It's because I got to plug it. I didn't plug it into the front socket, so it's not picking up well. So I should hopefully be able to fix it tonight later before I stream again tonight. Okay, so going uphill, it's just the rotation thing is the problem. So it over rotates basically. So we need to almost have, yeah, to almost scale this that quaternion rotation basically, because it's a bit much. So we want it to rotate just like 0.9 of the way. You know, just like a small amount. It doesn't need to go the whole way. You just want it to do a little bit of it. That's better. It's so, the climbing is so much. Bear in mind, there's no lean at the moment. When we have a lean, you know, you're really gonna see that difference in it, really accentuated. But this, it's just so much. Like the knee lift is just a million times better. Like, do you mean? And look, like he stretches out his back leg, like as you'd actually be. That looks really. The toe thing is just bugging me beyond belief. And I think I don't know. I think it's no, no. I'm just trying to reduce the rotation, but it's because it's because the rest of the foot isn't rotated. It's like because we need to almost sort of rotate. Yeah, we need to rotate the rest of the foot as well. But we need to not fully rotate. Like it needs to be a little bit of rotation. So like you should still have like it just needs to be less than the ball of the foot. It just needs to be like this a bit more. Um, if you guys see what I mean. See what I mean? So then it just comes back a bit. That is just creepy. That's just not correct. But like the actual running uphill though is actually quite good. Yeah. Oh no. That's so good. That was a really good ragdoll off. Dado. Um let's see here. What can we do? We can always rotate the foot too. things we need this in order to put the offset in the correct space and offset the right bone. But maybe we just need to pass in another bone. I'm actually freezing cold. I'm gonna put jump. Oh my. Oh, so much warmer. Oh, that's just toasty. That nice. Okay, so this jumper's a bit cold. Oh, it's chilly. Um. Oh, hey, Luke. Yeah. So the uphill's looking better. What you missed. I think we need to add a bone here. I'm not gonna call this view up. They actually have. I've got so much store merch. I've got so much store merch. Yeah, nah, Drew's been sick about it. He sent me some stuff for a while, a couple months ago. From the last stuff they had. And then he yeah, basically let me get all as much as I wanted from the new drop. So I've got pretty much everything. Like, it's actually so good. I should have worn the Thor jumper, to be honest. Yeah. No, all the stuff is yeah. Especially the fleece. Fleece goes hard. Fleece goes hard. So, so we have the ball bone and the foot bone, which is also going to be a rig element key. Basically going to move this up thing so that it's by the other one. So yeah, but yeah, store merch. It's the one. It's the one. What did you guys think of the awards yesterday? I gotta hook you up with some, bro. I'm gonna be straight with you, man. If anybody's getting some merch, it's gonna be me. I ain't sharing that thing with nobody. That's what one of my mates said that. He's like, "Oh, how come you didn't like give me some?" I was like, "I ain't giving you none." So I want it. People be tripping. I don't understand that. You don't get it. Like, I want it. Because if every piece of merch I give you, that's one thing I don't get. I'm trying to pad my wardrobe, bro. Nah, I'm joking. Why is it rotated like? Goddamn. Oh, this is wrong. um, why is it doing that? What the hell? So I'm rotating the foot based on where the rotation of that thing is. Um, So it ain't gonna be right. No, because it ain't gonna be right because we. It's not right. It's because you need to rotate both, I think. It sure as hell ain't gonna be right. Yeah, we use the acronym hits. See, in terms of being on the floor, that's spot on though. Now we just need this foot to be rotated properly. So oh, it's because this multiplier is wrong. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the multiplier is completely wrong. Go. um. That looks totally correct. What in the? Wish I could say the same, my brother. Let's take that rotation. Oh, it's because they're a stupid thing, and its values are the wrong way around, aren't they? Yeah, that's not right. That's not right. That's really not right. um, yeah, let's get rid of that for now. We keep the bone. Why is that rotated like that? That just looks funky, right? Are we using UE5? We're using UE5. Why is the left foot and right foot rotation different? Oh, it's because they're inversed. That doesn't help us at all. So if I made this what? 0.5. You see, I'm trying to minimize that. So about like 0.8. Oh. Now that right foot actually looks really good. Left foot, however, that looks absolutely awful. Jesus. And let's also, what's this? Yeah, nah, UE5 just has some better, better pipelines and things. Rifle is quite good. Obviously, it's got some weird, it's like overdoing it behavior. Um, no, downhill is sick. This is also extremely steep. Let's see how it behaves on something like this. Downhill's so much better. We just need it to. When I use the ball of my feet, when you use the balls of your feet, it's better. But yeah, he's like tiptoeing. I'm like, why are you tiptoeing? I almost think any rotation should be just done to the. Yeah, I feel like any rotation should just be applied to the foot and then propagate it to the balls of the foot. But I don't think it does that. Yeah, no, the toe is. I almost want to rotate the foot. Because as it is at the moment, where it stands, it's so much better. But I want to rotate the foot. Um. You know, maybe using the ball of the foot wasn't the way. Maybe it was just about limiting. I'm just gonna. We know this works. I've checked this. I'm just gonna change these back to. Yeah, like it's yeah, no, it's yeah, I mean a lot of people don't realize it. But you can't necessarily, I don't necessarily blame them. But, yeah, a lot of people don't realize what necessarily what goes into it. It's a lot of time and care trying to perfect things. What? What in the what in the Yeah, it's true. But I mean, this is one thing again. Like when you guys are able to see this whole process, you guys understand how much care we put into it. So you guys know that we're not rushing anything. Look, if we wanted to rush this, we would have put our IK as is. Like, you can't rush it because it's just not good enough. And hopefully, yeah, you guys realize how much care we're taking into it. Like, this is like my 5th day doing this thing because I just can't. No, I can't let it go until it's perfect. Okay, so basically, basic, basically. Um, my issue right now is well, this is gonna behave. This is gonna behave wrong. I think it's rotated all correctly. Whoa! What? Whoa! 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 Hold on, my people. Steep slope. Contrast analysis steep. That looked really good. Jesus, that looks good. People. Basically, all the configurations we did for the ball, we just apply the same. Yeah, no, see, it still goes into that's ridiculous. The knee needs to bend more. That's still incorrect. But that can be fixed, I think. Because the foot doesn't I don't think the foot actually like we do rotate the foot. We actually do. But I think that can be fixed by limiting this. I'm gonna copy this thing over. I got excited for a second, guys. I can't lie to you. Got a little bit excited one time. I'm getting a bit excited now. Hmm. Yeah, no, but Luke, Luke's been active in the stream today. I think he's new. So I think I might have seen it before. I'm not sure. But Noma's an OG Luke, by the way. OG streamer, OG stream viewer, OG backer. I've done it. Oh yeah. See that we just need to avoid this, and we can avoid that through. How can we avoid that? um, do this. Is it this? Yes, it is. Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! Maybe 30 is a little low. Oh, that's what causes it to that weird wobble. Because we're here, we want to go out. However, why is it? However, it's moving on the, and that's why when we're walking uphill, it's doing that weird knee thing. It's because it's doing this. Now we need to basically configure these settings so that it doesn't do that weird knee thing. How can we get rid of that? It should be. Ooh, whoa, what the? It shouldn't be able to. Do you mean like how do I get it to bring it? Like what is? I need to know what's rotating. Something's rotating, and I don't like it. But what is it? What is the thing that's rotating? I need it just to go up and down, not out. Because now it's going like when I go up and down, it comes up and then goes out, which is what is causing it to do that weird knee jiggle bubble thing. So if I bring this across here, I mean, I guess that's correct. Any higher than that. Let's check this out. So we got minus 1990, minus 99. Let's go 0. Can't, shouldn't be able to go back on itself. Yeah. Okay. Um. So what did we do? We literally just changed the preferred angles of the calf to 90. Not even the preferred angles, the limit. Hey Leonard, how are you? Now I don't want to say anything, but but so yeah, so if you see, if you limit it too much, it just can't get to the thing quick enough, or it doesn't bend at that point. So I mean, really, what's the limit at which it's not going to be able to do the bend? See, the more you limit it, however, yeah, it seems like the more we limit it, yeah, the more into the ground it goes. 90 is really the maximum we could probably limit it. It's going okay, you know. We're figuring more things out. Basically, in terms of the knee movement, using the ball of the feet works really well. That works quite well, although but the problem is when we have that, we just have that over rotation of the like there, your shin and your sole are literally. I mean, I say that it's an extremely steep surface. You know what I mean? Sweet Luke, see you in a bit, man. It's just not very obvious. I want to make it. I think we need a different animation. I think that's. Yeah. See, this is really good, you know. That's actually quite good. And I think, yeah, so like this, for this kind of steepness, that's pretty accurate. That's actually pretty accurate. Um, yeah, so like walking like this. Yeah, that seems pretty. Like I think if when you add a lean as well, it'll make it look more believable. Because the problem is now, because he's so upright, it doesn't look as. Mm. Nah, I want more of a knee. Yeah, I want more knee. Because, yeah, if we go to the ball of the feet, it works, but then the rotation stuff is all weird. The rotation of the foot, like then if we use the ball of the foot, it's everything's perfect, but the rotation of the foot is wrong. And perhaps we just need to trace both, and we just rotate the foot instead. The foot rotation we just do to the normal of the ground. Maybe. So we've got this footy way. I'm just gonna pop toilet quick, and then when I'm back. Yeah, and then when I'm back, we will give it a quick go with the ball of the feet, calculating both, and then just rotating them relatively, like correct to each other. Give me a second. Oh. Okay, so let's do this. So if we so we can have them foot constraints. Just because with the ball of the foot, you just get so much more of a. And then on steeper surfaces, with the ball of the foot, it actually goes onto the ball of the foot predominantly. So it works on steeper surfaces, whereas this only works on semi-steep surfaces, which is why I think we have to use the ball of the foot. And then the steeper the surface will determine how much we rotate that top foot. Because if it's really not steep, then we want to keep that foot rotation pretty much static. to the so we're going to rotate because you'll rotate them oppositely. So it's like if there is no steepness, you want the ball of the foot's going to be like this, and then the steeper it gets, the ball of the foot's going to be like this. So we need to inversely rotate the well, yeah, you can just leave the rotation of the thing, and that should probably cover. Well, let's see. We'll see here. You can see. Let's watch. Let's do it. Okay. So now we're going to be operating from the tips of our toes. We can also now drop this. Increase this, sorry, because we do actually want. Well, we want more. Yeah, more rotation in that. But before I go to see if I show you replay. No, see, the issue here is that back foot, because of the IK process, it's always going to be, there's always going to be that rotation. Because the IK chain is because it's how it's putting it. Because I just want, because we need more knee rotation, I think. We need more flex in the ankle, because the ankle's pretty stiff. So we need almost a bit more flex in the ankle, because let's link this up. So here, 100. Now, if you see here, there's like not much flex in the foot. So once we get to this point of steepness, so we're taking a step, but stride's about this big. Once we get to this point of steepness, it bends the foot. Now, pretty much most steps when you're going up that steepness, it's gonna that's the bend. See that's the bend in the foot. We're gonna not 100%. We're gonna use the ball of the feet. The ball of the feet going uphill is correct, because that is the point at which you're going to be walking on. Now, however, that bend in the foot, we want to minimize that. It should be like this. So if it's not like, if I go on something that's like not really steep at all, the bend in our current setup should be minimal. In terms of like your lean forward, and it's technically correct. It is like, that's technically correct, but because it looks unnatural, we need to just reduce that. Do you see, like, it minimizes that bend, but there's still that bend in the foot because we're tracing from the ball. Now we want to just completely minimize that. So if it's on a surface like that, you don't really notice it. Whereas if it's on a steeper surface, you do. So, oh my goodness, people. I'm so stupid. These values can be parametric. I didn't even think of that. The bend in the foot can be parametric to how steep the thing is. So these min and max values to have how much we can bend, we can scale that depending on how steep we're going. So say, let's move it forward a little bit. So if we're going up this high, which is not very high, we want, like this high. We don't really want to be when we're lifting our foot that high, we can just lift our foot high without going on our tiptoes. You know what I mean? So we want to be, we want, so it's cameras are blurry. Yeah, so really then we want what, like a maximum of, we want to increase the angle at which gives, so let's say minus 50. This minimum was it, so let's say minus 60. See what I mean? So now here, there's like no bend. Yeah, I think there's a potential breakthrough for sure. So see how like now there's like no bend. However, now if we get to this point here, see, that's the issue. We don't want to be able to do that. What if we go 0? No. Ah. So we can bend out, we can't bend inversely. So it's not going to squish up, but we want some squish. That's the thing. Which is 0. So there can be so the minimum is 0, so that's flat. However, we want a little bit. So let's say, what if we say minus 10, so that it can go up a little bit. So if we're trying to step on there, we'll just lift our foot. Otherwise, it's now going to raise to that point. Then if we go any higher, do you see what I mean? So that is how we do it, really. We'll not adjust the feet, but we'll depend on how we're gonna, our minimum and maximum of our scale. Because really here it's like, if we're going up, to me, so if it's at this point here, we don't really, that's not high enough to warrant a bend in our foot. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if I set that to 0, that means we can't bend forward at any point, but we can still have that bend in our foot from the thing there. But we don't want that at that point. What we want at that point really is 0 there, and we want something a bit bigger, something like 30, so we can step down. We can push down. Well, yeah, these should be the same, really. It doesn't matter either way. Yeah, because that's going to determine. But that's the problem. When we have just the maximum, it becomes a tiptoe thing rather than, so if we have minus 30 there and we lift up, we can bend our foot then. Do you see me? If we're going steep, we can bend our foot. So if it's not steep, we're just there. But then at that point, we can bend our foot then. And then any further, see, our foot's now technically flat. Do you see what I mean? So if let's see how this bit start to work. Yes, because before, no wait, code settings, this is what we care about. No, we did, see, we had minus 30 and 30. So, okay, so We just need to make it so that it stays flat. Well, see, that's what I mean. So again, we can make it parametrical. So if we're going up something super steep, like super not steep, if we just make this 0, just means it's just gonna, yeah, if it's not steep, can we not lock it? No, we can limit it, max 0, minimum 0, max 0. So our foot can't rotate much. It's this bend, but that doesn't, no, we want this to be increased, right? We want to be able to go, that's minus 50. Yeah. Yes. Sorry. Stupid. So the flatter the surface is, the increase we can have our foot rotation to be. So basically, when the surface is really flat, we increase how much the foot can rotate because we're like, oh, we'll let it, like it can at this point here. And that's fine because then when the surface is steep, we don't want that, however. When the surface is steep, we want the inverse to happen. Do you see what I mean? So when the surface is steep, I'm sorry. When the surface is steep, we want this to be really low, something like minus 10 or even 0, to then allow us to then be on our tiptoes. And then that will scale as you go up. So the steeper it is, the lower that minimum value is. And the maximum value is basically like reaching down, how far can we rotate forward? That can just stay consistent. So, you know, I mean, how that's basically how far can you be on your tiptoes? Because that's like what we're here. How far can you be on your tiptoes? So we say, how far can we be on our tiptoes throughout? Really? 30. If that. Like, we could probably even be like 20. Let's go 30. So that's how much you can be on your tiptoes when climbing up. However, if we change the minimum you can bend up as we go up, so if we say the minimum is like minus 80, it's going to bend your foot up the lower you are. So if you're low and the thing here, it's just going to bend your foot. And if it goes up, 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 rotation-wise, as it scales here, now at this point, we want this to be near enough 0 so that it starts to bend like that. So we just scale that value between 0 and that, between these points here. The higher the foot, the more that value goes. Do you see what I mean? So now if I go, let's say a minimum of what, minus 50, so that you can have a pretty decent bend in the foot, yeah, you should see, hopefully, what we see is that, that's the wrong one, I need to do on here. Yeah, no, sorry. So hopefully what we see is that there's less bend in the foot over a small incline. Yeah, that's pretty minimal. And if I increase that, oh, and no, we also need to decrease this. So over a small incline, there needs to be more bend allowed and minimal stretch. So you can't, so then you can't be on your tiptoes as much. You can't get enough bend. You need more bend, maybe. Still so much. Still so much. There you go. Whereas here, see, that's still bending way too much. Like, way too much. Like, that's bending like crazy. Even though there's a lot of rotation in the foot. Oh, that comes into the calf, right? How much the calf can bend. And you see here, you just need to minimize that. That's even though it's small, it still goes straight into that. So even if we keep this calf at 100, it doesn't change much. What can we do here? Oh. It's left foot. Yes. The preferred angle. Come on. Yes, that makes sense. Oh, because I'm streaming at the same time, I turned the lighting down to make it look terrible so that it doesn't affect the stream quality too much. But yeah, it's the preferred angle. I'm stupid. Because I had the preferred angle at 45, it wants to snap the foot like to that point. So here, and obviously that's too much. You know, but realistically it would be here. So now at this point here, we've got that bend. Now, if we have, however, you can go 30 forward and minus 50 back. That's fine. But then at this point, we want 0, so it bends, minus 50. Boom. So we can determine, do you know what I mean? So now at this point, we want the minimum to be 0. And now you're on your tippy toes. Or maybe we can even find a nice point where it's like it. We have a max here too. If you say 0, it will never go on its tiptoes. Yeah. However, we say the max it can go is 50. It will go on its tiptoes. Yeah, it can make a stretch, but let's keep that as like 30. Yeah, that's more. Yeah, it never really does it then. So we have minus 40, 30, and we've got to change these preferred angles because that is to help the solver. What angle am I more preferred to snap to? Yeah, that's all wrong. We want a lower preferred angle because you want to keep the ankle. That's all we had to really change, I think, really. Was that we can still minimize the thing of that. There we go. Yes. Do you see? It's more flat. It's way more flat. And then as we increase this, it's either going to go more tiptoes or it's going to, yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. There you go. There you go. There you go. And if we increase it even more, all right, come on. Don't let me down now. It's bigger tips. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now it's more tiptoes. And the knees look great. So now if we decrease this loads, so now if it's basically like just a 5% incline, it should be near enough on its thing, yeah. You see what I mean? It's near enough flat-footed. Yeah. I was so happy about that. I was so happy. That's sick. And those settings are great. So again, so that you see what we did? We literally, it was a case of using this preferred angle too. And we can experiment with this to find that perfect configuration. But I'm going to check this in. Yeah, we can use this preferred angle to basically say, okay, look, when I had the preferred angle of 45, it meant that when I had to lift, it'd go boom, 45 degrees and adjust from there. That's why we kept having that press down of the toe. Whereas when I have a preferred angle at 10, which is a lot smaller, when it needs to lift, it's like, well, I'll be more gradual in my press down. That's almost dead enough, like that's super accurate, that. And yeah, and that 30 degrees plus or minus, if we just look at, if we go up, we apply it to both feet and then we just see how it's going to behave. Minus 30 plus 30. Foot right. And then we go left foot. Minus 30. 30. Now, if we watch it, we see how we lift. So we say we take a step forward. That's how we do in normal. Let's even move this back. So this is our step. Let's say we want to lift up a little bit. It should flick the toe up as it does. That's just a little step. However, as we increase, the knee bends and then we start to get that toe bend. Do you see? You start to get that bend in the toe. That's spot on. And then we can now press down too. But because we can't exceed 30 degrees either way, and we have that preferred angle of 10, which is lower than the 45. So the solver starts from 10 degrees and says, okay, from 10 degrees, is it easier to bend this way or from this way? Well, when you're at the lower point, it's easier to bend up. However, when you reach a higher point, it's easier to bend down. Whereas when we had 45 degrees, it was like, is it easier to bend this way or that way? And it was always like that way. Oh my goodness, it's taking me a week. It's taking me a week. It's so much better. And using the ball of the feet, and it works because you're using the balls of your feet, and the ankle bone, which is the foot bone, is calculated in that IK solver. Whereas when we're going downhill, we're using the heels and our feet, so the ankle isn't calculated in the IK solver. Ah, you man are silly, bro. Stop that thing. You guys are silly. But it's a team thing. Like, honestly, all the suggestions you guys make of like, oh, the ankle needs to do this more, or like the knee needs to raise higher. That's how we get it. You know what I mean? So that's why, I mean, like, I could have done this alone and it would have taken me twice as long, I think. Twice as long. Oh, okay, let's just check it out. Let's check this out. That's pretty spot on. Super steep. Should now go onto its tippy toes. Hell yeah, man. I'm so happy about this. Ooh. Did everyone see his tiptoes like wrap around the? Oh, no one saw that. Oh, it's my favorite stream yet. We're 3.5 hours in as well. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm gonna check this in. Before we do, let's test it on going over the slopes. That's really what. Oh, that's like, and we can scale that better too. Like it's as it is now, but we can scale that better so that the rotation isn't as. You see how it's still going uphill there, but like okay, so this is the one thing I want you guys to notice is like when it's still going uphill, watch the decrease. Like it goes from tiptoes to more balanced. So that initial climb up is really like is really steep on the tiptoes, and then as it gets further up, it goes. Let's go slow mo mode. So real slow. Let's watch that initial climb up. Very more of a press. You see what I mean? Then more of a press again. Then as we're getting further up and it smooths out, it's less of a press there. It's more flat-footed. And now we're still going uphill, but it's pretty much flat-footed. Like there, he's flat-footed basically. Now we're transitioning into the downhill, which that was smooth. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Nice team. Oh, I'm so happy about that. That's so much better. That's just so much better. It's like significantly better. Oh yeah. I think we need to do some scaling on how much we rotate the feet and whatnot because it's a bit of an over rotation going on, which I think we could probably might be able to fix right now by sorting by including this scale into our rotation. So we're just going to rotate that 0.8. But the problem is, that's the reason I do 0.8 is to get this flatter. But we need to sort that out because inversely, it's making that more pointed up. But let's just see how this behaves on the right foot going uphill. That's spot on. What do you mean? That's actually there. That's spot on. That is so we need the scale, but because the axis of these are inverted, we need to make it for the left foot. It needs to be bigger for the right foot. But that's fine actually because I can add input to be here and say rotation scale. Plug that in there. Compile. Then in the rig graph for the left foot, we need it to be equal to. Problem is, it does rotate it slightly on a weird axis. Oh, but that we can fix that as well in here because we can We can fix this. Watch this. 2 rotator. Split this result. Bolt that. We get rid of U. It's the Z. Pitch, sorry. Scale that. Oh no, we just multiply. No, hold on. This. We do from rotator. Go. And then we split this. Then we take that. We take that. And we just take the pitch. Go. And there you go. Oh, I've actually got so much better at this stuff. Just like that. Just like that. I'm pretty sure we can. Oh no. There you go. And now we don't have the weird. Now both aren't weirdly offset. So now, do it. Hopefully, we don't have any weird over rotation of the foot, which we don't. Actually, no. They seem both to be doing a bit too much. It didn't pull down like I thought it would. How come it's not pulling down? Okay. Just gonna make a note so I come back to that because I'm gonna get some food. I haven't eaten all day. But let's see here if I go. See, this is not actually doing anything, so it's not actually making a difference. Oh no. What I can do. Yeah, no, screw this. I can. That's what we can do. You can scale this. What do you scale this? To rotator. Just take the picture of that. There we go. And then we've done it. We fixed it. Boom. That's it. The scale works properly because we want to scale the rotation, not just the pitch. So there we go. Not just multiply it by a value. So like that. Now, if we do it, we should have, and get rid of this. Now, if we do it, it should hopefully it's some weird flick. Oh, hmm. So I'm just gonna put that there for now. It's not working exactly how not working. It's not working how I want it to work. We'll sort that out. Yeah. Oh, I think we're about there, people. No, we're not. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. We haven't even done the lean. Oh. We haven't done the lean at all. We got the feet right. The feet and all that crap is good. But we need to now lean over. I'll do that tonight. Oh, I'm gonna need you guys again. So when we do this again next time. Yeah. I'm just happy about that. I'm happy about that. That's made me happy. Let's check this stuff in. Awesome, guys. I'm gonna go get some finally eat. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed today's morning afternoon stream. Might stream again this evening. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And thank you guys for all the help. Don't think I would have been able to do it without you guys were guiding and just like your input. It just makes the process also like I think Noma, you said it. Being live, honestly, it kills the procrastination. It just absolutely kills it. Like you just don't have any because it's like you're not working alone. Like there's other people there working with you, and yeah, it keeps you focused on it because you're constantly like answering questions, like speaking. Like I'm almost also like mentally like trying to tell you guys what I'm doing, so it means I need to keep focused on what I'm doing. Yeah. Same. I 100% like if you like. I think being live for me sort of makes it feel like I'm not at home. That makes sense. You kind of step out of your normal environment because it feels like I'm with other people. Whereas like normally I'll just be doing it and I'll just put like anime on while I work, and you can easily just start watching the anime and do that. You mean whereas like if then I go to like a cafe, um, it's different because you can't just like, put a stick in an anime show and just watch it. Like everyone's gonna be like, "What's this guy doing?" So you got like, yeah. But whatever, I'm starving anyway. Awesome, guys. If I don't stream later, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'm from London, bro. Yeah, I grew up in North. Grew up in North London. I now live in. Well, I'm at uni now in Loughborough, and yeah, I'm at uni now in Loughborough. My master's year last year, and I'm done. But I live in like Watford, so yeah, grew up in North. But yeah.